The Giggles in the Dark. The cabin was supposed to be a sanctuary, a small wooden island, in a sea of towering, ancient pines. It was a simple structure, 2 cramped bedrooms and a kitchen that smelled of old cedar. But the architect had made one unsettling choice. The toilet was a separate shack built 10 meters away, accessible only by a narrow path through the choking undergrowth. At 2 a.m., Maya woke to an insistent pressure. The air in the cabin was freezing, and the silence was heavy, like a weight pressing against her chest. She checked her phone. The blue light felt blinding in the pitch black. 4 a.m. With a shiver, she slipped on her boots and stepped outside. The forest wasn't quiet. It breathed. Every snap of a twig sounded like a bone breaking. She made it to the small outdoor shack, the wooden door groaning on its rusted hinges as she locked herself inside. Then she heard it. Heavy footsteps were circling the thin wooden walls of the toilet. They weren't animalistic. They were deliberate. Bipedal. Maya froze, her heart hammering against her ribs like a trapped bird. She waited for a voice, a greeting, or even a threat. But there was only the rhythmic pacing, and the sound of something rough dragging against the wood. "Dad," she whispered. There was no answer. The footsteps stopped right outside the door. She held her breath until her lungs burned. After a terrifying minute, the sound retreated toward the main cabin. Shaking, Maya sprinted back, bolted the cabin door, and dove under her covers. She spent the rest of the night convincing herself it was just a wandering bear. The next morning, the sun felt thin and dishonest. Over lukewarm coffee, Maya tried to laugh it off. "Did one of you go for a stroll last night?" she asked. "I heard someone walking around the outhouse at 2 a.m. Her father's face went deathly pale. Her mother looked at the locked door, her hand trembling. "We thought it was you," her mother whispered. "We woke up because someone was circling the cabin. They weren't just walking, Maya, they were leaning against our bedroom window giggling." Her father stood up, his voice barely a breath. "It wasn't just giggling. Whatever was out there, it was whispering our names through the glass."